What's up everyone, Tactical here. Today I'll be showcasing my run through an Uber tier tournament, which is basically a show 6, pick 3 open Master League tournament with mega evolutions allowed. This tournament is a qualifying round for the Uber tier cup. The top 2 from this tournament move on to the final round, which is a draft round with some big prizes. I decided to join this tournament because I really like the Master League meta currently, and I haven't done a tournament in like a year or so it seemed really fun, and it really was. The team I decided to bring is really centered around Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh recently got a buff with Incinerate, and I just built one, so I really wanted to use it. It's able to beat Dialga, Melmetal, Togekiss in certain shoot scenarios, and even against his hardest counters like Kyogre, it can deal heavy damage with Brave Bird. So I decided to support it with some really basic Dialga, Melmetal, Kyogre, and Giratina core. Those are just 4 staples of Master League, of course. On my Dialga, I'm running Draco Meteor as well because I want that heavy damage on opposing Melmetals and also as a nuke on Dialgas. And then I also brought Mewtwo as just a solid generalist. I decided to go with Psy Strike and Focus Blast because I was kind of scared of Melmetal with this team still. I decided not to bring any Megas, as you can see. Reason for that is that I just don't have the Mega Energy. I still haven't evolved a single Mega Pokemon because I don't do many raids. If I would pick a Mega Pokemon, I would definitely pick Blastoise because I think it's just a strict upgrade from Kyogre. It gets through those ice coverage moves way quicker than Kyogre does, and the Hydro Cannon just hits so hard. But Kyogre still does the job just fine, luckily. Anyway, that's enough about my team. Let's jump into the first match. In the first match, my opponent is running Mewtwo, Mega Charizard Y, Groudon, Kyogre, Dialga, and Giratina. First thing I'm seeing here is no real hard Dialga answer. So I can use Dialga as a pretty safe switch in. Even if he brings in Groudon into my Dialga switch in, I can take a shield at least, because Groudon is not that great versus Dialga with energy. Besides that, Kyogre is really good against 4 of his Pokemon, so I'm definitely bringing that, and then Giratina as a lead, because the only thing it really fears is Dialga in the lead, and I'm not expecting Dialga lead. Let's see this first match. Giratina into Dialga lead. Unfortunately, it's probably the worst lead I can see, because my lead Pokemon loses to it, and Kyogre in the back also loses to it. I have to stay in here though. I'm just gonna throw a Shadow Ball and then probably swap out to my own Dialga. I do. He brings in his Mega Charizard Y. It's the first ever Mega Pokemon I face in Masters ever, so it's pretty exciting. These Fire Spins are really adding up. I'm just gonna throw the Iron Head. I assume it's still gonna do a bunch. Look at this Dragon Breath also chunking away, but there's Fire Spins. Fire Spins actually do a bunch, which is pretty crazy. I think I just let this go. I just want to farm this down with my Kyogre. Save shields for the Dialga because the Dialga still has energy. Didn't throw a move yet, so I gotta be aware of that. I think I just let this go right here. Just a Dragon Claw, luckily. Last one would have done a bunch more. Brings in his Dialga, but it's low enough to where I can waterfall it down. Throws his Draco, so that's a really good shield. Now, I have a Kyogre and a Giratina in the back, so I don't think there would be anything I could have lost to here. Luckily it's a Kyogre though, which is probably one of the... Groudon would have been even nicer to see, but Kyogre is also pretty nice to see in the back, because I can just chip this down with my own Kyogre, and then my Giratina can take it out from there. Yeah, it's really farming up here. I have to fear his Blizzard on my Giratina. I swap out to Giratina here. I'm really hoping he can't get to a Surf and a Blizzard right there. That would be real bad. I shield this move. Yeah, he just decided to go for the Blizzard. That was his only play right there. If he would have baited with the Surf, he still wouldn't have reached the Blizzard. So his only hope was me no shielding the Blizzard. Good play for my opponent, but I take the first match. GG's. Alright, so game 1, he decided to lead with Dialga, which kind of threw me off. So this time I'm deciding to lead my own Dialga and use a Giratina as a swap in if I have a bad lead, to lure out one of the dragons and then have Kyogre in the back to hopefully clean up. Let's see how it goes. Throw Dialga into his Giratina altered. which is a really good lead. But with my back line, I kind of need to keep my Dialga for just in case he has his own Dialga. So at some point, I'm probably gonna swap right here. I assume I throw an Iron Head right here. I have to at least keep my Dialga somewhat alive. He throws a move right here. I'm just gonna take it, I think. Yeah, this is looking quite dangerous if he does have a Dialga in the back. But like with energy, Kyogre and Giratina can still deal with it. I save up a move right there. I don't know why I didn't throw that one, to be honest. Might have been a mistake. Let's see how the rest of this match go. This was also my first Open Masters tournament in a while. Actually, a couple of my first Open Master matches in like months. So I went in this without practice, so you're definitely gonna see some rookie mistakes, but that's fine. Well, we can all learn from those. Luckily, he doesn't have Dialga in the back. It's a Mewtwo. Though with a shield advantage, my Giratina would have still been fine against the Dialga, but Mewtwo is probably the best case scenario in this case. I'll just go for the Ominous Winds. It's a Shadow Mewtwo, so this would have killed for sure. This one I'm not gonna shield. At this range I can just farm it down with my Kyogre, or even just throw the Iron Head with Dialga, which is what I decide to do. I don't want to have to take a Side Strike on my Kyogre. Go for the Iron Head, take it out, bring in my Kyogre, and farm him down right there. I'm gonna no-shield this first move. Maybe a bit dangerous. Could have had Solar Beam. We haven't seen both of his moves yet, so it could have been Solar Beam, but you know, at that point it's quite unlikely, I guess. Alright, game 3. He has led something strong to Kyogre 2 times now, so I'm now expecting him to lead something weak to Kyogre. So we're leading Kyogre into a Dialga. Really bad. Once again, I do have Melmetal on the back this time, so I can afford to swap out there immediately, throw a Waterfall, go into my Dialga. If he decides to stay in there, I win this matchup, just because I already got that 1 Waterfall damage. He goes straight for the Draco, which is insane. I just Iron Headed here. He doesn't shield, makes sense. Luckily I shielded that Draco, actually. That would have been devastating. He goes into his Kyogre. Good for me. I'm just gonna build up here. Go for the Draco because it would one-shot the Kyogre. And he doesn't shield. Crazy. He has the Shadow Mewtwo, which is quite scary. I have to swap out here, go into Kyogre. These waterfalls do a lot of damage. I only have 1 shield left, and I kinda gotta waterfall this down. If he runs Focus Blast as well, like my Melmetal might not get to enough moves, but I'm just gonna throw the Surfs anyway. Hopefully burn some shields, and yeah, I think now I can come up with Melmetal. He still has, he overfarmed a little bit, he has a little bit of energy, but I get to my Rock Slides before he can get to a Side Strike and a Focus Blast. Get a little lag, but it was mutual, luckily. Just gonna shield the first move, because, well, it's just an Ice Beam, luckily. Definitely, you should have definitely fight the Side Strike right there, but it was game over anyway. Even if he had Focus Blast, I don't think he would have reached it. I don't throw the Rock Slide right there because I want to see how much this does, and it absolutely does nothing. Oh, I think I tried to Sex Swap right there, but it brought, for some reason it didn't Sex Swap, and then after his move, it swapped anyway. Anyway, that's round 1 complete, 3-0. That's very nice. In this format, because the top 2 advance, if there's like a tie, the amounts of battles won counts, so you really want those 3-0s to be able to have the highest chance of going to the next round. In round 2, my opponent again doesn't have a real good Dialga answer. He brings a team of Mewtwo, Dialga, Togekiss, Kyogre, Groudon, and Giratina, and against all those 6, Dialga has a winning opportunity in some shoot scenarios. So I can bring this as a pretty safe swap. Besides that, Ho-Oh has a lot of play. It has, like, it beats Dialga, Groudon, Togekiss, gets close to beating Mewtwo, and has a very a close matchup versus Giratina. Only really loses versus Kyogre. So I'm really eager to bring Ho-Oh in this matchup, and then I just need to bring like 2 good Kyogre answers. In this first game, I'm leading my Ho-Oh, so let's see what happens. It's Ho-Oh into Kyogre. That's like the worst thing I can see. Not good. I have 2 dragons in the back to support it. So I just bring in one of them right here, my Dialga, my safe switch. He brings in his own Dialga after chipping me down a little bit, which is not great. This I can definitely not win switch advantage here if he decides to shield these moves. I just go for the Iron Heads right here, because he has to shoot them anyway. I try to go for a Draco right here, because like the Iron Head would not have killed, and I'd rather take a shield here or take switch than if he no shielded, I would have just put him low. Going to Ho-Oh, shield his first move because it could be a Thunder, which would be real bad. It's just an Iron Head, which is really bad for me. Hopefully he doesn't reach a Thunder right here. I'm just gonna take this move, just risk it. Hopefully it's just an Iron Head, and it is. That's very nice. I can farm him down right now, and look at that. I already have a Brave Bird stored. That was just 4 Incinerates. I have to shoot the Surf right here. Don't think it would take me out, but it would be really, really close. But look at this Brave Bird. Look at this Brave Bird. This is just insane. This Ho-Oh going to work. Brave Bird on a Kyogre almost takes it out. That's just crazy. I bring in my Giratina. Giratina versus Togekiss in the 0 shield's actually really close. If this is an Ancient Power Togekiss, I can actually get to the Shadow Ball and the Ominous Wind. But if it's an Aerial Ace Togekiss, I can't. So I'm just going to throw the Shadow Ball first. If this is an Ancient Power, I should be able to get to the Ominous Wind, but it's an Aerial Ace and I die, but I still have Ho-Oh, and I can easily farm this Togekiss down and throw another Brave Bird at the Kyogre to take it out. That's a really, really nice match. Ho-Oh really putting in work. Good game. Right, second match, I'm thinking if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and I just run exactly the same thing. Ho-Oh into Kyogre. It's not great, but we've done it once. Why not do it again? Brings in Togekiss this time, which is not great. I can burn 2 shields here though, which is again very nice. But if he has Dialga in the back, still not great. But he decides to no shield this Iron Head, which is really interesting. At this point, I'm just planning on farming him down. I'm gonna shield this move up right here, because even though the Aerial Ace is resisted, I think the Aerial Ace plus a Charm would kill me. I just want to be safe. I have like almost a move ready as well, so I will take back a shield for sure. I go straight for the Draco once again, hoping he no shields, but he has 2 shields, likely gonna see a shield, and we do. But I now have my Giratina lined up versus the Kyogre, which is really, really good for me. He has Blizzard Energy right here, so I'm gonna shield because I'm scared, and he baits me with the Surf. Really nice play. Throw the Shadow Ball right here, which is maybe not that wise of a move, but he does shield it. I'm gonna go into, which makes sense. If he didn't shield that, I would have been able to farm down with Ho-Oh for sure. Now I get to the Earthquake on Ho-Oh, which for sure KOs the Dialga, and now I just hope I can get to the Brave Bird versus Kyogre before he farms me down, and I do. Just look at that energy gain. Freaking insane. Ho-Oh with the sweep once again. A good game. We've already won 2 matches, but we still gotta do game 3, of course. Alright, unfortunately I lost game 3, but I ended up losing that one because of a really silly mistake I can remember. But anyway, I won the round, which is what is important. Alright, by round 3, opponents bring a team consisting of Mewtwo, Dialga, Giratina, Groudon, Dragonite, and Jirachi again. A team without a real good Dialga answer, so I can bring that in a safe switch position once again. Ho-Oh is also looking pretty good versus Dialga, Groudon, Jirachi, and Mewtwo, though it has to watch out for the D-Knight and Giratina. Unfortunately, I don't have a Fairy type, so he could even bring all 3 of his dragons and be in a pretty decent spot. That's a problem with when you bring a team without Togekiss. I think dragon types just run wild, so I gotta watch out for that. Let's just see how this first match plays out. I lead my Ho-Oh into his Giratina, not great, but again, I have Dialga in the safe swap position, which we'll probably bring in later. I can just throw one Brave Bird right here. As we saw in the last battle, it just does massive damage even versus Kyogre, so it would do a lot versus Giratina as well. My opponent wisely chooses to shield. I bring in my Dialga right here, and he's gonna have to shield a Shadow Ball. That will do a bunch of damage, so I'd rather not take it. In comes the opposing Dialga, which is good for me. But I have a Melmetal on the back, and I'd rather have had my Melmetal on this. So I throw the Draco Meteor right there, which is just a massive mistake. He's able to farm me down right here, right before I get to my second Iron Head, and he has so much energy. I'm bringing my Ho-Oh, throws a Thunder, and I'm just praying he doesn't get to another one. I'm trying to swap right there, but he throws right before my Incinerate animation is over, and just another Thunder, and yeah, I'm kind of screwed. Here, it brings in a Mewtwo, and if this Mewtwo doesn't have Focus Blast, I'm actually still in a decent position, though the Giratina also has some energy left, but as you can see, I'm just gonna get freaking one-shot by this Mewtwo. So yeah, definitely a massive mistake by me right there, by throwing the Draco Meteor on the Dialga. I was trying to be sneaky, but no, that wasn't definitely wasn't the play. All right, so in the first match, he kind of destroyed me with Double Dragon. So I said, why not destroy fire with fire, and then decided to bring my own Double Dragon strat, go for the old goat line, Giratina, Dialga, Melmetal. Very standard, very basic. I have some experience with it, so I thought, why not use it? We have a Giratina Mirror, which I really hate. My Giratina is not a hundo, so I think my Giratina even has 14 attack. So I lose the CMP right here, so this is pretty much just a hard losing matchup. I go for the Shadow Ball as well. Luckily I shoot a Shadow Ball, but right here I know I'm gonna lose this matchup, and I need to save my Giratina just in case there's a Groudon in the back. So I swap to Dialga right here, brings in his own Dialga. Again, I have Melmetal on the back, and I would prefer to have my Melmetal Locatain against Dialga. So now I just hope there's another matchup for Melmetal on the back. He throws the Iron Head. Just fine. I throw Iron Head right here, but here I should have thrown a Draco. Like, I was only gonna get to a Draco, but I undercharged because now I want to farm down with the Giratina. Actually, that is the play. Yeah, farm down with Giratina. Now I have energy advantage over his Giratina. I throw the Ominous to bait. Is that another mistake? Should I have just gone for the Shadow Ball? I should, because he no shields. I think I could have gone for the Shadow Ball right there. But I honestly thought Ominous Wind did a little more. He throws Ominous, brings in his Mewtwo. Again, if I would have just gone for the Shadow Ball right there, I would have been in a way better spot. I already know he has Focus Blast, so it's likely Focus Blast and Side Strike. I gotta call the bait right here, and then I win. But it's all a bait game here, so let's see what happens. I throw one Rock Slide. I need one more and a couple Thunder Shocks to kill. I'm expecting the Side Strike bait right here, so no shield. It's a Focus Blast. I die, and that's game over. It's already 2 matches lost in this second or this third round, and I'm just hoping I can take at least one game from my opponent right here. Game 3. My opponent has led with Giratina twice, so I'm just gonna lead Dialga this time. Not expecting him to do it again. He's already won 2 games, so why would he switch up his line if it's worked for him so well? Lead with Dialga into Dragonite, which is like an amazing lead. I think my backline is pretty weak against Dragonite as well with Giratina and Ho-Oh. He brings in his own Dragonite, and this is where I realized I fucked up because I kind of need my Dialga for both his Dragonite and his Dialga. I can't really bring in Ho-Oh versus Dialga with energy. That just doesn't work. Yeah, I'm kind of screwed right here. I throw an Iron Head, and then I go into Ho to farm him down. If I can get some energy together right here, it's fine as well, because I can throw it at the Dragonite. The problem is, Ho doesn't reach 3 Brave Birds versus Dragonite, and this Dragonite is likely able to farm me down, which is not good news for my, or very bad news for my Dialga, unfortunately. Again, he wisely decides to shield both my Brave Bird right here because it would come close to KOing him. And he probably realizes I have something. He knows I don't have Melmetal on the back, otherwise I would have swapped it into his Dialga already. He throws the Dragon Claw, brings in his Groudon, and this is where I think I have a little chance. His Dragonite already has it's pretty well. It's almost in Shadow Ball range, so I kind of want to throw a Shadow Ball right here, farm this Groudon down, and then Shadow Ball the Dragonite, if I can. And here I make another mistake. I don't know why, but I thought Giratina won CMP over Dragonite for some reason. Again, just showing my inexperience with Master League. I should have just thrown the Ominous Wind. I would have survived this Dragon Claw, and then I could have probably reached the Shadow Ball and maybe killed the Dragonite. That would have been my best shot, but again, a mistake cost me the game. Well played by my opponent though, so congrats for him for taking that round. Fourth round opponent is bringing Mewtwo, Groudon, Dialga, Ho-Oh, Giratina, and Melmetal. My first opposing Melmetal and the first real hard Dialga answer I'm facing. So I gotta watch out with the Dialga safe swap, but I think even with a Melmetal, like nothing can really tank a Draco from Dialga, so even Melmetal, so I can still utilize it pretty well. I'm also spotting like a kinda Kyogre weakness. Melmetal, Groudon, Ho-Oh, and Mewtwo lose to Kyogre, or it's a very close matchup at least versus Mewtwo. So I'm definitely bringing that. I just need some support for 2 dragons, so I'm bringing Dialga and Melmetal to deal with those. Let's just head into the first game. I lead Kyogre into Dialga, not great. I throw one Waterfall to get some chip, bring in Dialga, and I think he misclicks right here into his Giratina, which is, I mean, very nice for me, very fortunate. I can just tank one Shadow Ball and farm up a little bit, throw right before a second Shadow Ball, take him out right there. I am one shield down though, which is not great. Yeah, right here he brings in his Melmetal. If he would have just swapped in his Melmetal into my Dialga, he would have won swap, and he would have had a Giratina on my Melmetal in the end game. This would have been a very hard loss on my end, but I luckily I won because he made a bad swap right there. I'm still not out of the I'm still not 100% won because Dialga with the shield advantage versus Melmetal is still not great. I'm just throwing rock slides right here. He still isn't in superpower range, so I'm just gonna rock slide him until he is. I'm not, even if he Draco'd right there, it wouldn't kill. And right here I'm just gonna go for double superpower. I'm not expecting him to shield. He might think I bait again. He does shield, but that's fine. I can just no shield this. I can survive another Iron Head for sure. Superpower it. This won't kill, but it will put him in a range where Waterfall can take him out. Yeah, I can just Waterfall this down. Brings in Melmetal. I just surf this, and then I Waterfall down the Dialga. So yeah, again, a little bit fortunate that my opponent made a bad swap right there, but we'll definitely take those. GG's. Right, for game 2 I'm leading Dialga with Giratina and Kyogre in the back. The strategy here is that if I don't run into a Dialga lead, I swap into my Giratina to lure it out. And then I'm hoping that if I do, I can burn some shields. Maybe use Kyogre in the back to sweep in the end game. Let's see if it worked. Yeah, there we go. Alright, Dialga into Ho-Oh. Pretty bad, but I have 2 answers in the back. I'm just staying in here for a little bit. Like this matchup with shields up is not bad for Dialga. I gotta shield the Earthquake though. It is the Earthquake. It's 3 more Incinerates for another Earthquake. So I'm gonna swap on the 3rd probably, or shield it. I'm not sure exactly what I do anymore. Yeah, that's another Earthquake, so I gotta shield it. Or I let it go. That works as well. I'm just gonna farm it down with Giratina right there. I could farm it down with Kyogre, but this is way more energy for Giratina. I was afraid he was gonna fire move before I could farm him down right there, so I swap into Kyogre because it just Waterfall does more damage than a Shadow Claw, 2 Shadow Claws. It brings in the Giratina, or the Dialga, which is not great for me, but like serves add up. I just go straight for the Blizzard right there. I want his shield. Or I want his Dialga to die, and well, he does shield, which is not amazing. But at this point, he has a Groudon in the back, which he brings in, and hopefully I can clean both his Groudon and his Dialga up with Giratina. I was, but like I outpaced this Groudon to a Shadow Ball, and I already had a Shadow Ball stored up when I brought it in, so I'm gonna outpace the Earthquake. I have a Giratina and a shield right now. I should be able to just shield. I move from Dialga and hopefully take it out with the Shadow Ball. Just shield this move right here. Hopefully I can fire the Shadow Ball I don't think he has 2 Iron Heads stored up because he only just brought this thing in. Go for the Shadow Ball, and that's a really good game. GG's. Alright, next match, I just decided to go with the same strat if it is like it worked before. So let's just use it again. It brings in Groudon in the lead. Not great. Really not great. But I can win the Zero Shoot. Well, I can't win the Zero Shoot. I can only win the Zero Shoot if he goes Fire Punch. And I was hoping he might overfarm so I could throw an Iron Head before he threw an Earthquake and then take Shield advantage. But he throws Earthquake right away. Very smart. I can't burn a Shield then. I'm gonna try to catch the second one, and I do. That's a very, very nice swap. This is still gonna do a bunch though, but I'm basically just sacking this Giratina. I know he likely has a Dialga in the back, as they always do. I can't get to the Shadow Ball right there, unfortunately, so I'm gonna go for the Ominous Wind, just to get a little bit of chip. I die right there. I have to bring in my Dialga, of course. I can't risk bringing in my Kyogre. I'm predicting the Iron Head right there, and luckily it is. I should have just gone for the Draco right there again. I think I would have reached it, but it would have been close, I guess. No, it would have been real close. I can waterfall this down anyway. Just barely. Like, he was almost at another Iron Head right there, but that would have not have done that much anyway. It's a Mewtwo. Not great, because a Side Strike would almost put me in Mudshot downrange, pretty much. So I am gonna shoot the Side Strike. Definitely don't wanna take that. Go for the Surf. I'm afraid he's gonna Sex Swap right here. I did press the Surf right here. I'm hoping it fires right after he throws his Side Strike. I'm very, very low. I have to throw the Surf right here. But I have in no way enough HP to take out this Groudon. GG's. So we lost that match, but we did win the best of 3. Alright, round 5. My opponent's bringing Blastoise, Mega Blastoise actually, a Groudon, a Zekrom, Ho-Oh, a Melmetal, and a Dragonite. And no Dialga, which is really interesting. One thing I'm noticing about this team is that it's quite weak to Mewtwo Safe Swap. Because there's no Giratina, Mewtwo can do damage against everything that comes in. Not just Mewtwo Safe Swap, just Mewtwo anywhere, so I'll probably bring that in a couple of the games. I haven't brought it in any matches, I haven't felt comfortable, but against this team I'm definitely comfortable bringing in Mewtwo. Besides that, he has Dragonite, which is not great for my team. Dragonite can win pretty much against every Pokemon on my team. It completely obliterates Kyogre and Giratina. Doesn't do well versus, or Ho-Oh doesn't do well versus it, and Mewtwo is also a lost matchup for the Mewtwo. So I kind of have to bring both my Dialga and my Melmetal if I want to have a solid matchup versus the Dragonite. So that's what I do, and well, we all know from GBL what the best pair with Dialga and Melmetal is. It's Giratina, so I just decided to go with the basic Giratina, Melmetal, and Dialga core in game 1. Just see how it goes. I get a really solid lead. That's exactly what I want to see. Melmetal on the lead. He brings in Zekrom. Again, exactly what I want to see. Bringing my Dialga. I'm afraid of the Outrage right here. I don't think he would safe swap a Zekrom if he has Wild Charge Crunch. So I'm gonna shield it. Luckily I did, because that would have definitely killed. I take it out. He probably brings in his Melmetal again. And I just I try to CMP tie right here. Throw my Draco when he's on his 5th Thunder Shock. Let's see if we did. We didn't. He held off on throwing. So I mean, that's alright. He doesn't get that much far, and he has to throw a superpower to take me out, which means he's debuffed and he can't really stay in versus my Giratina. Yes, Dragonite in the back, which is just really good for my Melmetal. So this was just a hard team comp win for me, though of course it's not over yet. Dragonite, Dragon Breath does add up, especially with 2 shields on the Dragonite. I'm expecting like a Hail Mary move right here. Yeah, he does like a Draco, but he does go for the Outrage. Makes sense. Only play, hoping to do the Outrage, and that will take me down far enough to where he can Dragon Breath me down before I get to 3 Rock Slides. But luckily for me, it didn't. So I can take him out right here, though he does decide to shield. Brings in his Melmetal. Very nice swap, because he has a superpower stored up. And this actually makes the matchup really interesting. I'm almost down, but I farm up to a Rock Slide of my own. so that I have it ready for the Dragonite in the back. Right here, I should have farmed down, but I was I was hoping I could throw the move before he did, but I should have just farmed down, I guess. But I undercharge right there to get a little bit more farm, and then I almost win the Dragonite. That's a game right there. Really hard team comp win for me, so it's nice. All right, round 2 up, I decide to bring Dialga in the lead and have Mewtwo as a safe swap in the back. I get a really solid lead. He brings in the Ho-Oh, pretty alright for me because Giratina can definitely deal with it. I'm just gonna take the Brave Bird right here, I guess. I do. It's an Earthquake, which is even better. He tries to bait me, but because of that bait, this Shadow Ball also doesn't kill him, though I will be able to kill him with an Ominous Wind right there before he gets another move in, which is really nice. Yeah, he does decide to let that go, but now he's gonna get a bunch of farm on the Zekrom actually, which is not amazing. Yeah, he comes in with a Zekrom. And again, the Zekrom is Outrage, and probably Crunch as well, that's what I'm guessing. Outrage Crunch? No, actually, it's probably Outrage Wild Charge. That's makes more sense, but Wild Charge would still hurt my Mewtwo a lot. It is Wild Charge. It brings in a Groudon, and I'm not in an amazing spot here, though I can burn a shield here with the Iron Head. Now we're 1-to-1 shield with Mewtwo versus Groudon, which is alright for me. I can Side Strike it. But like I gotta watch out for the Earthquake. He lets it go though, which means that he's now in Dragon Breath range for my Dialga. I don't have to shield this, even if it's an Earthquake and it takes me out. That's 100% fine. I just need to save a shield for my Dialga. Dragon Breath this Groudon down. He gets to another Fire Punch. I'll just throw another Side Strike. Honestly, maybe I should have farmed up more. I could have just let my Mewtwo go actually, because now he gets farm on Zekrom, which is not great. And then, again, this is another mistake. I shield this move right here. There's no way this is an Outrage. I should not have shielded because, like, Groudon also doesn't have much energy though, but as you can see, he gets a couple more mud shots. He wasn't gonna get to the Earthquake, but what if? I would have lost if he had gotten to the Earthquake. I should have just no-shielded the Wild Charge to be a bit safer, I guess. But anyway, we won that game. We already won the final round, which is good for me. But again, I gotta win this final game if I want to have any chance at making it into the top 2 of this qualifier. So let's see how this final round goes. We have Giratina into Zekrom. Not a great lead. He brings in a Groudon, which is alright for me. You know, I can burn shields here and later on farm down with Giratina. He shields it up right there. I'm going for the no shield. If he Earthquakes me right here, I die. That's fine. I have a shield advantage now. I can come up with Giratina, farm up a bunch. If he would have Fire Punch right there and I would have shielded, it would have put me in a way worse spot. So I decided to go for the safer play at no shield my Dialga. As you can see, I can farm up a ton. I just throw the Ominous right here to take him out before he gets another move in. Just get the Fire Punch off right here, which is fine. It's fine. It doesn't do that much. I can if he brings back in the Zekrom, I can just Shadow Ball it. I already got rid of the Groudon, which is like the biggest threat for my Melmetal. Melmetal I bring in right here. And I am afraid of this Wild Charge. I really gotta shield this Wild Charge if he does throw it, because it does do a bunch of damage. That's one positive thing Zekrom has above Dialga's, that the Wild Charge or Charge move just does so much more damage. There's a Ho-Oh in the back, which is actually really good for me. So I just go throw Rock Slide, and this won't kill the Ho-Oh. So I gotta either farm down here or just let my Melmetal go. And what happens here is really unfortunate. We get Ho-Oh wins CMP over Melmetal, and well, I'm low enough now where Zekrom can farm me down. So I should have just not thrown that move. It was a big mistake, and now I think I can get to the Rock Slide, but I don't. Yeah, and he just farms me down. Goes for the Outrage right here. I think, yeah, this should have been a really easy game. I'm just gonna rewind real quick. Like, right here, I thought I thought I could just get to the rock slide. Honestly, I thought, again, my inexperience with Master League, I thought Melmetal had a higher attack stat than Ho-Oh, but that's not true. Ho-Oh wins CMP, as you can see. I should not have thrown this rock slide. I should have just let my Melmetal go down, farm down with Giratina, and I would have won this game. But instead, I take out the Ho-Oh, I give some extra farm to the Zekrom because I thought I would get to the move. No, it just doesn't happen. He just throws the outrage. So yeah, this could have been a win, but I messed that up. That's fine though. I win the round anyway. I go 4-1 in the tournament, but it's unfortunately not enough to win or to secure a spot in the top 2. I end up 4th place, I think, which is not bad. But the winner ended up being a Bio Weapon. And Jetson taking the 2nd place because he had the most battles won. So congrats to them. Honestly, I'm kind of happy I didn't make the draft tournament because I don't have many Pokemons maxed out, so I would have probably been destroyed anyway. So that's fine with me. I really did enjoy this tournament, and I'm probably gonna do more Master League tournaments in the future. If you're also interested in Master League tournaments, definitely go look up Pogo Raids in their Discord. I have linked it down in the description. Go check them out. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.